Hey everyone, it is day 29 of my 30-day commitment to do a vulnerability post, one a day for 30 days. The actual commitment is 90 days of doing a video post once a day. And so I am completing the 30 days and then I'm gonna do the next 60 days to make my 90, but it's gonna look a little bit different. Because honestly, doing these vulnerability posts once a day is really a lot. Just like every day to come up with something and just like show your heart, just like open up and be like, okay, here I am, and this is what I'm feeling, and this is what I'm experiencing. And honestly, I'm really glad that it's like almost over. I have one more, and then I'm gonna shift things and I'll get to share that with you. So the thing that I want to share about today is more about feelings. So yesterday we talked about feelings and I just really feel like I want to kind of talk a little bit more about that. So what happens if you have a feeling coming up and you can't really tap into it? Like you just really experience that there's a block, there's something that's preventing you from really expressing the feeling. I talk to a lot of my life coaching clients about this, about having an emotional release. And sometimes we are so closed off from our emotions that we can't actually tap in. And so sometimes you can use a little help from your friends or from actually movies. And so one of the suggestions that I give is to watch a drama, a tearjerker movie, something that really pushes your buttons, something that you're really passionate about. So it can be a political movie or a war movie, something that just touches your heart. But find a movie that really challenges you emotionally and it will crack you open when you're on the verge. And that was my experience last night. So I decided like, okay, I really want to have this emotional release because I can feel it building up. I've got all of this tension and I want an emotional release, and I'm sitting in my meditation and it's like, it's not coming. I'm way too in my head about it. So I decided to watch a movie, and I watched Letters to Juliet, which was awesome, wonderful. I haven't watched, I rarely watch TV, and the new house that I'm living in, I could not freaking figure out how to use the DVD player. And long story, I went on Amazon Prime, found Letters to Juliet, was like perfect, and it was like awesome because it just got to that scene that cracked me wide open, and I was able to just sit and cry and really feel all of these emotions come up that the specific scene touched on. And of course, it's a love story, and it's like we all have this heart's desire of this ultimate love that we want to experience. And so it was really a great experience, and I was able to really tap in to all of the feelings of loss, all of the feelings of abandonment, unworthiness, loneliness, the stories that we tell ourselves that we're never going to meet our soulmate, we're always going to be alone, nobody understands us, we're always going to be taken advantage of. Just these stories which aren't true, but they feel true because there's a part of us deep inside that believes it, that wants to let go of that belief so it can attached to something completely different. So it can latch onto this whole other idea, this whole other concept that we maybe haven't experienced, or maybe we experienced once. We had this amazing love and then something happened and it went away, but we know that this love is possible, or this love is real, or this feeling is real, or this job, or this idea, or this like heart's desire. And I really believe that if we have a desire in our heart, it is not some crazy idea of something that's never possible. It's something that's on its way. And that's why we feel it so deeply in our heart, is because it's coming for us. And so I really believe that that is the reality. But part of it is that we need to release all of the emotions and all of the feelings that are blocking us from seeing that. So all of the things that are not the thing that you want needs to be released from your body so that you can really truly tap into all the things that you want, that cry of your heart. And so I'm actually going to be talking a lot about that tomorrow on my radio show. So tomorrow is Friday, and the third Friday of every month I do a radio show, and I'm really excited because tomorrow I'm going to announce that I am going to extend my contract for 6 more months, except for I'm going to shift things up and I'm going to do my own radio show. So rather than just being a host on the Cornelia Stephanie show, I'm going to have the Charlene Hess show, and it's going to be called Living on Your Heart's Edge. It's just going to be straight talk, keeping it real, and talking about what does it mean to live on your heart's edge. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really this is my cat. This is neighborhood cat Meadow making a guest appearance. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So tune into my radio show tomorrow. It is the Cornelia Stephanie show. I'll leave the link below, Transformation Talk Radio, and the topic tomorrow is breaking up with your ego. That is the process that I have been on. You guys have been watching it. Those of you that have been watching my video, you guys have been watching me go through this process of breaking up with my ego. What does that even mean? Like, what even is an ego? And what does it mean to break up with your ego? And how do you live on your heart's edge? And what is this constant war that we have inside of ourselves between our ego and our heart? And I'm just going to break it all down and talk about what is the ego? What does it mean to break up with your ego, and how do you live in this really balanced place of living on your heart's edge? So tune in tomorrow to the radio show. Tomorrow is day 30 of my last vulnerability post, and I'm not going to be pouring my heart out in Facebook land and YouTube land in this way. I'm going to actually shift things, and the next 30 days is going to be a little bit different, and I'll announce what that is on day 1 of my next continuation of my 90-day challenge of evolving out loud. So there it is. When you feel the need to have an emotional release and you just can't quite tap in, use help from your friends, call a friend, share with them, or watch a great tearjerker movie. Just anything to tap into that emotion. Release the emotion. Let go of all of the things that are not the truth of what it is that your heart is crying for, and make space for your next highest, best calling to come in and show you what the next step is. So there it is. Hope you connect to your heart today.